Oh man! Yeah, man, I'm glad y'all tuned into this episode right here. This is gonna be off the chain. I got the Mount Rushmore of Comic View or Def Jam, however you want to say it. The Mount Rushmore of catchphrase, name, comedian. We got my man down here, Hamburger. What up, Hamburger?
Hamburger.
We got my man Jemmerio.
Y'all don't know nothing about no Jemmerio.
And of course, we got my man Shuckey Duckey.
All right.
All right, damn. First of all, thank y'all for coming on the show, man. This is like a day of just legendariness of comedy, man. Real talk. When I told people I was doing this show, they got excited, man. No bullshit. They were like, what? And they all was like, man, he's one of my favorite comics. He's one of my favorite comics. I was like, damn, that's really lovely, man. So the love is out here.
It's like a tour.
It's like, it might be a tour. What would the tour be called? What would y'all three be called yourself if y'all was a tour?
5 Heartbeats reunion?
Hell no.
No.
Heartbeats and 4, 3 y'all?
We gotta get 2 more people. Chris Thomas? No.
Not catch name.
Nah.
Shawty's a catch name.
Kings of catchphrase comedy.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, not saying what you. He's an artist here. Okay, he's like a French artist or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I would call it those 3 niggas.
Those 3 niggas. Okay, well.
Those 3 niggas.
Who
Coming to town? Those 3 niggas.
I'm going solo.
Well, I won't be on that tour.
Me neither. I'm going solo.
It's gonna pay $15,000.
We'll call it nigga, please.
Damn, speaking of the N-word, y'all have a problem with white comics using the N-word? What do y'all say about a white comic? Maybe if he's cool, or what, is there any way a white comic can say the N-word?
I got a problem with the black comic using it.
Damn, okay, all right, well, okay.
It's freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, you don't give a damn.
People gonna say whatever they want to say.
Right, so you got no problem with it, and the intellect right here, you got
I don't intellect.
Okay.
I don't give a damn.
You don't give a damn.
This is the black Malcolm X.
Is that Malcolm X and shit? The fuck. All right, let me ask y'all a question. If y'all could tour with somebody that's dead, a great comedian that's dead, any comedian, think about a comic that if you could tour with, who would you want to tour with and why? I'll start off with, let me see who look. We'll go with Malcolm X here, Shuckey Duckey. Who would you? What legendary or comedian? I can't be legendary. Could be anybody.
Richard Pryor. I say Richard Pryor.
You would say Richard Pryor?
I say Richard Pryor because he's the one that got young black people interested in doing comedy. Because when we was growing up, it was the singers. You want to be the 5 Heartbeats, James Brown, some sort like that. But when Richard Pryor came up with That Nigga's Crazy in 1974, shoot, that album was everywhere. Everybody was talking about, hey, what kind of name is that for a nigga?
Right, sure.
So he I would love to.
Richard Pryor?
Yeah,
what about you, Shuck? I mean, not Shuckey, Jemmerio. I'm gonna have a problem with some of your names.
Dick Gregory.
You wanted to with Dick Gregory?
Because I met Dick Gregory and he was just because he was the first black comedian that went across the board. And I had that.
What's that mean? Across the board? You
mean, he went across the board. He broke. He
color
broke
barriers.
all.
Okay.
He was civil rights leader. He tapped in everything.
Okay, cool. What about you, Hamburger?
My honest answer would have been Richard Pryor or Robin Harris, but I'm gonna go with Moms Mabley.
You went to a Moms Mabley?
Yeah.
Shout out to Moms Mabley. Why would you? Moms Mabley?
Just to see what the experience for a female comic and her era, what it was like for her to go through, because that's a pioneer that rarely gets mentioned.
True that.
And gets the props that she deserves.
True that.
But I heard something.
You ain't heard nothing.
You can't believe everything read on the Apollo wall.
Speaking of a woman, and let's say somebody who's moving the needle, Tiffany Haddish had her show called She's Ready. How do y'all feel about that special and her putting that special out?
I think it's her season.
It's her season.
It was her season. It's time for see more. I'm glad to see more African American comedians, female comedians, getting an opportunity, because it was always about the white comics, white female comics.
Okay.
So to see that, I'm just happy to see she getting that break.
Okay. So you enjoyed what she did with that. Do you think she was is she pretty funny for you?
She funny. I mean, it's her season.
Right.
And what she did that we didn't do in a long time, she caught that Main Street market.
And helping people out. So I shout out to Tiff for that.
Yeah,
right,
so and then she went from there to nothing but $100 million movies.
Right. Y'all feel the same way?
Yeah, kudos to Tiff, because there was a platform she created. It was a vacancy, and it's giving a lot of comics now an opportunity to showcase their talent. So.
Same way you feel? Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I know Tiffany Haddish is.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think she's a little over the top to me. She's a little over the top. Her comedy is all right, but it doesn't hit for me.
Sure.
It doesn't hit for me, but I think she,
over the top because she's very.
Yeah, she's kind of very animated and stuff like that,
So you saying?
she's using her platform well. She's getting a lot of gigs.
Sure.
She's producing a lot of stuff, so it's
Great.
good. She's using it well.
Right.
But that doesn't make her a great comedian.
Right.
That doesn't make I mean, I'm not trying to put her down, but
No,
I'm just
I get it.
saying
Right.
it just ain't. To me, it ain't there.
Right.
Chuck, that wasn't the question.
What did he say? What did he say? What was the question? God damn it!
God damn it.
What the goddamn question is? What's the question?
Hey, all this spitting and everything we did in COVID.
Right, shit.
All this spitting.
But hold on.
I gotta go
You got
home.
COVID? You got COVID?
No, I ain't got no COVID. All this spitting, y'all talking across me.
You the one we put in the middle. That's why.
Everybody put you in the middle.
Okay. Oh, damn, nigga, hold on. You the one yelling COVID. You coughing, brother. What's wrong with
Coughing like
you,
a
brother?
big dog.
Cough that up, man. Somebody give him a shot. Give this nigga a shot. Ah, damn. Okay. We're talking about the best in the game right now. Without saying yourselves, name a comic you feel is the best game. And I'm going to go with Hamburger first. Who do you think is the best comic in the game now, male or female?
My favorite is Charles Walden.
Okay, he's a disabled comedian.
He's
right?
a comedian out of Philadelphia.
Best in the game.
Okay.
And I like Talent and Barbara Carlisle.
Okay, I did say, okay, let me change it to comedians. I say comedian, but you can give me three.
Well, he
That's
got
fine.
to change his question. Okay.
You don't hush your mouth. All right, we'll go with Shuckey Duck. I mean, hang on, tell you
It's
what.
okay. It's all right.
No, I looked at you, but I meant Shuckey Duckey. Who do you think the best right now here is, man? You don't have to mention my name, but you can just mention other people. Cool with that. Are you woke, nigga? You still up, nigga? Oh, shit, nigga. Besides yourself and these three people up here.
What
Oh,
time
are
is it?
you
Chuck
asking
might
me?
be
Yeah,
asleep
Shuckey
by
Duckey.
now.
I know you looked at.
I looked at him, but I said the word Shuckey Duckey.
Chuck
Okay, I
sleep.
know
It's
you.
past his
Kept
bedtime.
on.
Right.
Yeah, show is past my bedtime.
Bad time.
Who's the best in the game?
Right now, do you think you would say?
Are you gonna see? But see, that's kind of like a loaded question because you gotta say what you call best. Is popularity wise?
No, because somebody might be popular but not best to you.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you who the most popular. I asked the question right to you. Who do you feel is
See,
the best?
the way I look at a comedian, especially a true comedian, to me, is a person that can take a situation right here, right now,
Right.
and then he can just and get on that stage and make that joker seem like he didn't edit it and work it. To me, and the people that does that, I think Cat Williams does that.
Okay.
I think Lavelle Crawford can do that. I think Eddie Griffin can do that.
Okay,
So
okay.
I look at those type of comedians that can do that.
All right. What about you, Jemmerio?
Lil Rel.
Lil Rel?
Yeah.
Okay. He
Because
the
I
best
like
in the
his
game?
writing, and I like.
Very funny. Very funny.
I just like the way he write and the way he tell his stories.
Okay.
Who's that other comedian named Gerard?
Gerard Carmichael?
Gerard Carmichael was a great writer.
Okay.
He could really write some good stuff.
Okay. Now, I can see that. If asked to go on tour with, right now, would you go on tour with Bill Cosby?
Yes.
You would say yes? And because he asked? Or
He did his time or whatever for whatever crime he was accused of. And I just think that your life goes on.
Okay. So you go.
He has to make a living, right?
But no, he don't have to. He's rich. Okay. He don't have to make a living anymore. Yeah. What about you, Jemmerio? Would you go with Bill Cosby right now? You on the real?
Yeah, I'll go.
Damn, you said kind of soft and quiet, brother. Put some bass in your voice.
I mean, excuse me.
Yeah, shit, you got that COVID.
Yeah, I definitely go on tour because even though whatever happened with the situation, he still had that knowledge. He's the reason why a lot of comedians doing colleges.
Okay.
And he's the reason why a lot of us doing things now. So I would like to get that education from him.
Okay.
That wisdom and the do's and don'ts.
How to mix drinks and shit like that.
I'm gonna call Faison, get Faison back on the show.
All right, what about you, Shuckey?
Would you go I like Bill, but I wouldn't want to go on tour with him. I don't think that's my audience.
You said that's what?
I don't think. He's older, but intelligent, stuff like that. But I just don't. I don't like Bill Cosby that way. Richard Pryor was a guy that
Okay.
I like, so I would more be with Richard Pryor than I would be with Bill Cosby.
So, but it's not. You wouldn't be with Bill.
I
not
mean,
be-
even though he asked me to go on tour, no.
right. I'm saying it's not because of what his background was.
not
It's
because
because
of
his
his
comedy. You
background.
didn't really.
Right,
Feel, okay, that makes
right,
sense. That makes sense. And to you guys, is there any topic that's off limit as a comedian?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead.
Special needs.
Special needs is off limits.
Yeah. You can't make fun of people who have a handicap. They
Why
can't.
can't you?
Why? But because they always want to be treated like everyone else, though.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, okay, off limits for yourself. Okay, I see that. Are you upset when you see a comic on stage doing a joke about a special needs
If
person?
it's done in taste, yes, and battered women, those two I wouldn't touch.
You wouldn't touch.
Why wouldn't you?
You would hit a battered woman?
Hold
You
on.
would
All
hit a
right.
woman.
So Shuckey, besides whooping ass and handicap people, what else is off limits? But no, is there anything off limits to you?
No, ain't no. If it's funny,
Right.
I mean, if it's funny, it got to be funny. You know,
Right.
like, I don't want to do it for shock value.
Sure.
But I do it if it's funny.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because 9/11, there's some funny stuff out of 9/11.
Sure.
But sometimes the timing ain't right.
There it is. For those who don't know, the formula for comedy is tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
So you need some time in between. What about yourself, brother? You born again? You got a wife?
I'm learning to do human kindness.
Whoa. So you don't do comedy no more?
No, what I'm saying.
You're a poet. You're a poet now?
No, he's an evangelist. He been preaching.
Okay.
Motivational speaking.
No. What I'm saying is just certain things. I don't want to bash people.
You ain't got to bash people.
Okay.
You know.
So all your jokes is about yourself then?
No, I'm gonna talk about people, but like
He's talking about being uplifting.
How you gonna talk about somebody and uplift them at the same time?
what I'm saying, Pierre.
Answer that part.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
what I'm
I got you
saying.
this far.
Yeah.
You crossed.
Like I don't want to touch the LGBT community. I don't want to touch that.
Oh yeah, because they cancel your
Right.
ass.
That's the only reason you. That's the only reason you want to touch them now. They ain't got the joke now. That's a
Plus
different
he can't
reason.
spell.
Right. If the handicapped can come after you disabled, you wouldn't talk to them either now. Okay.
You can run from the disabled.
Okay. Oh man, come on,
But
come
the
on.
LBG
Shuckey Duckey, come on, quackity quack. They'll
But
do
the
that.
LBG, they in every closet.
But what I'm
Hell
saying,
no.
what I'm saying, that's I won't touch it.
You won't touch it.
Nah.
Like Hammer, you don't touch it. All right, I hear you. All right, what do you think about these social media comedians? Do you think there's a place for them, or do you think they're disrespecting the people that came before them with what they do? What do you say first?
No, I don't think it's a new times, new era. When we was coming up, we had to work on our routine,
Okay.
and then get exposure.
Okay.
Now they getting exposure. Now they got to work on their routine.
Oh wow, the backward reverse.
Yes, backward reverse. Because everybody it's about being exposed. They using the platform that was created. The internet was created, and then some of us, I won't get on the internet. I want to get my material. But the times is changing. You can create your own content. You can create your own. I know all this stuff, and I don't even do it.
Wow.
I know it, and I don't even do it because I'm really not really a hustle and bustle type person.
Right.
Because I bought some property and stuff.
Well,
like
I know
that.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I get
That's why. That's the
I
reason
collect
why.
rent, tithes, and offerings.
That's the reason you said
You
that.
funny. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to him. That's why.
I'm looking right at you, Jemmerio.
Them glasses work.
Like Shuckey said, it's a new time and era. My thing with
The social media comedians.
they don't disrespect the comedians that really go out there and grind. Don't take it for granted. Don't think you're gonna get on stage and do what you do on YouTube.
Right.
Because when you get in front of
People.
that pay their money,
Right. Okay.
you got to bring it.
Right. Okay.
So
I respect
They learning.
that.
Some are learning because I'm gonna say this first.
Okay.
I remember Country Wayne. Somebody was telling me, say, man, Country Wayne, he ain't that good. He can't do such. I said, okay, I'm gonna go see Country Wayne.
Right.
So I went to see Country Wayne. And I said, somebody's coaching Country Wayne because he's doing good.
Yeah,
brilliant.
He
Country,
did real good.
No.
So therefore, sometimes it takes time to develop. And if a person's willing to be coached and learn,
Yep.
and just don't take it for granted that they're the best in this and that, and that they got it. But see, there's certain foundations and formulas that you got to use. But Country Wayne's doing good.
Well, it's funny. He was on my show a couple of times. Shout out to Country Wayne. And he told me there was times when they were offering him way more money than he thought he was worth. His act was worth. They wanted to give him $10,000, and he was like, "Man, I'm good for $1,500 because I ain't got but 15 minutes." And he denied the money. He turned the money down. I was like, "Nah, I ain't taking it."
And that's smart because I'm gonna tell you. When I did, all I wanted to get on BET was to get some exposure, right? I didn't want to, and we had the contest. I won the contest. I won, my little segment.
Right, sure.
And I would say, God dog it, I won the contest. I got a problem. They say, what, you got a problem? I say, yeah, nigga, I ain't got no material.
Wow, to go out the road
Yeah,
with
I
you?
I ain't got no material. I got, after that 5 and 7 minutes and 10 minutes, you ain't got no more. How you going to get some more material?
Right.
He said, man, I ain't think about that. Man, you take some material. All I had to be repeating that same shit over again.
Right. Oh, dang. Okay. All right. Well, what about you?
I think history repeated itself. When Def Jam came out, the comics were bashed for changing comedy. Who are these guys? Where they come from? They didn't pay their dues. But I think the internet comics are doing the same thing. Times have changed, and they're taking advantage of the internet. So I think part of what Shuckey said earlier was on point. It's just the reverse now.
But I sometimes feel the exposure is too quick though for some of them before
yeah,
they had to act.
Well, some of those Def Jam exposure was too quick.
Right.
Yeah, but few.
Yeah, but it was some. It was
a lot of us did the game. We were like 5, 10, 15 years in the game before you were seen.
Like I said, it was a different era.
Right, sure. I
And
ain't
a
mad at
different
that,
way
right?
of coming up.
Right.
When we worked on our act.
There's a lot of guys in the mainstream comedy rooms hated Def Jam comics.
Oh, sure.
Because who are these guys? Jimmy Walker said it
Sure,
publicly.
sure.
He was
Yeah, a lot of
upset.
people.
Who are these guys now to step over me
Right.
with 3-4 minutes worth of material and 3 years in the game? So here's a guy who paid his dues, had their own sitcom, been in the comedy game for years, and now he's mad at, he said publicly, Joe Torre, Adele Gibbons, Hamburger. Who are these guys?
Right. I understand that.
Well,
all right, go ahead.
My thing is this. I learned from Brother Man, and Anthony Anderson, because they were so funny, because they did television before they did the stand-up.
Okay.
And one of the things Brother Man told me, he said, I wish I had learned how to do stand-up before I went into television.
Oh, okay.
That way I could have a balance. And that's all it is. Once you figure out the balance, then you're good.
Yeah, something about going through the comedy club change when young, just going through that, man. It was such a beautiful thing. Even though it was a hell of a struggle. I did all kind of things. Bar mitzvah, comedy club, sporting events. I was thrown everywhere. Basketball, gyms. Here's a microphone, tell some jokes. Here's $50, And I think, I look back now, I don't look back at being angry, like angry comic, mad at these young cats for doing it. Because one thing is, I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because I put that time in. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Did you do Manhattan Proper?
Hell yeah, I did Manhattan Proper. Come on, man.
Oh, that's my
Manhattan
spot.
Proper.
That's Queens, baby.
Man, Manhattan Proper.
That was a rough club.
They shot a guy on stage for not being funny.
What?
Shot him. And they say, next coming to the stage, Shuckey Duckey. I walked past that stage, went out that door. I said, if they shoot him, I know they're going to shoot a
Who was
duck.
hosting? Who was hosting?
Like talent, probably.
I don't know who was
yeah,
hosting.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
got talent.
Drew Frazier was
They've
hosting.
thrown champagne bottles. They've thrown the bucket of ice with the champagne bottles. They didn't care in there.
What's the worst thing you've seen at a comedy club when a comedian's on stage?
Somebody had a mop bucket thrown on them.
What?
That yellow mop bucket thing,
Right.
they took it.
Was this in New York? Was it New
Yeah.
York?
Yeah.
Wow, New York's a little different. What about you? What's the crazy thing you seen on stage?
I saw a comedian who was starting out, was trying to crack on a drug dealer,
Oh, that's a bad move.
and they shot him outside.
Did they really?
Shot him outside.
Yeah.
They keep him in the club and do it like that.
I was at a place called, what's that in Miami? 183 or 197?
Yeah, Miami Night.
Miami Nights.
Oh, you.
Remember that? Yeah, we doing some war stories
yes.
here.
Yeah.
I did that.
How about slide out?
Yeah, man. and I was on stage, and this dude was on the phone in the front row, with a brick. This is the early 90s, with a big phone and shit. And I remember I was like, man, what you doing on the phone? Man, get off the damn phone. He was like, hold on, talking and stuff. And I was like, I ain't holding on. I ain't holding on shit. And then he was like, bro, he looked at me, he's like, don't go there. And his friends looked at me, just kind of stared at me. And I could feel like, I need to move on. You know what I'm saying? Because I was about to get off to do, but they was so bold. They would be on the phone in the front row in Miami, man. It was
what 5-5? What is it?
559.
559.
That's out here in Atlanta.
Yes.
That was
yeah.
Marvin Dixon room, wasn't it?
No,
Bruce.
Let me tell you how bad it was.
No, that's Atlanta.
Right.
I was thinking about it in you said
That was
Miami.
Marvin Dixon.
Marvin Dixon was in Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Right,
Okay,
right here.
yeah.
But 559 is legendary for those who don't know
yeah,
in Atlanta. Bruce, my man, hosted it.
He held it down.
We used to do a thing called the was it Creative Tour?
Yeah.
It's
We
Comedy
all
Zone.
did it.
Yeah, Comedy Zone had it, and we would go through different cities. We had like 2 weeks to do like 10 cities, and you go from one place to one. It started in Virginia, then you go down to Maryland, whatever.
From Richmond
you
to
wind up
Macon.
Richmond. You go down through. You come to Atlanta, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, and but I don't know. Tennessee might be the last place. It was a crazy tour. Fun is all outdoors, but there was a show, place called 559 in Atlanta. What's that area called? West End?
West End.
It's in the West End. The West End's a little different now, but the West End. And it was so bad that I was the headliner, and normally you do 45 minutes. You know it's bad when they tell you, bro, just do 15 minutes tonight, man. You ain't got to do nothing but 15 minutes.
I heard do the best you can.
Oh, wow. You want to do the best you can? They told me to do 15 minutes, man. And
Yeah, they were
let me
rough.
tell you, I did all the sex craziest things I could. At 14 minutes, I could see the rumbling start. Good night, you know. And my cousin T-Rex was a funny comedian. He caught hell up in there, man. That was a hellish room. Is there any other hellish rooms y'all remember performing? You remember you?
Peppermint.
Peppermint was hell for you. Was it hell for you?
Me?
Peppermint.
Well, it's
That
in
was-
No,
Jersey.
that was my playground.
That was his
Yeah,
playground.
yeah.
That's why I'm as wild as I am now. Terminal D, Peppermint, and Tribeca Uptown. Those
Yeah.
crazy rooms. That's how I developed my act.
What about you?
Well, Peppermint is where Bob Sumner said I was going to be on Def Jam.
Oh, really?
Because, you know, they like same way.
Right.
Steve Harvey said that they said you weren't that funny. And then Bill Bellamy came to Dallas, did a show, and Bill Bellamy said, hey, man, he said, you're not that funny. And then so he said, okay, come up to New Jersey to the Peppermint Room. So I
East
went up-
Orange, I think it was.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right,
East Orange.
right.
Yeah, so I got a ticket, went up to New Jersey.
Wow.
I slept right at Bill Bellamy's apartment. He had it was a school, that was his apartment. So I slept on the floor, and then I did the Peppermint Room and killed him. With that country talking, Shuckey Duckey,
Yeah.
I killed him. And they said, man, you going to be on a Def Jam. And then when Def Jam aired, they called him, they didn't call me.
Oh, yeah, really?
It took a while. It took when it switched over to Joe Torre, then that's when they called me.
Very quick. One of my favorite spots is going out Laugh House in Philly.
That was
Yeah,
rough.
yeah. That
Yeah.
was
No, that was my favorite
Oh,
spot.
I take my
That was
album there. That was a good
That
time,
was-
man. Kevin Hart came through
We
there.
always talk about the negative. We don't talk the good. That was a great room.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you put 2 more questions than we are. Craziest promoter story. You had to deal with a promoter. Think about a promoter you had to deal with. What was some of the craziest thing you had to deal with a promoter? I dealt with a promoter one time. I don't know if you heard. The show starts at like 8 o'clock. I'm headlining, so I don't get there till about 8:45. Let's say 8. You know, I'm gonna let the other comments go on. I don't like to sit around waiting. I get there at 8:30. It's empty. This nigga told me they was all here. When they ain't see me here, they left. So he couldn't pay me. I said, really? They always at 8:30, like, man, we don't see the headliner. We about out of here. That's the story he told me. It was a time I didn't probably sell no tickets. He didn't sell no tickets, whatever, so it was what it was. All right, anybody got a crazy? Go ahead.
When I started going on the road, like my early years, making $500 at that time. A promoter said, "Hey, Jemmerio, what's going on, man?" He said, it was in Alabama. It's still funny to me.
Okay.
He said, "Hey, Jemmerio, I just let you know the show is good. Everything gonna good. We're gonna have a good time." Everything.
Right,
I said,
right.
"All right, no problem." He said, "Yeah, Jemmerio, everything gonna be fine, man. The show gonna be all right, man. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna come and pick you up." I said, "All right, no problem." He said, "We got to the venue." I said, well, he said, "We had a little problem, Jemmerio, but everything good." He had, it was a laundromat, had closed down, and he did the show in the laundromat.
Oh no! Wow.
It was the funniest thing.
You were folding clothes and getting their laugh on.
It was hilarious.
Shit. Okay.
we
You
on
had
the-
a clean act,
On the road, and the female comics were complaining because it's like 3 a.m. They haven't been paid. We had to catch a flight in an hour. So I'm looking for the promoter. He's running from me.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's what
I see him going left, going right. I'm up and down the hotel, chasing from floor to floor, whatever.
Really?
Finally, I corner him, and we in the room. Lock the door so he can't get out. I'm trying to throw everything I can at this guy.
Really?
Grabbed a lamp, threw it at him. The only thing that stopped me was the clock on the thing was bolted to the table,
Right,
and
sure.
it made me calm down and realize how wrong I was. But come to find out, he wasn't running from me. He was running from his girlfriend.
Oh wow. Wow. All right, Shuckey. What about the crazy promoter story with you?
This was crazy. Me, DL, and Cedric the Entertainer did a show in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh yeah.
So after the show, they had an after party.
Sure.
So they took us to to the after party. Most say, you got to go to this after party. Got to go to the after party. Okay, so they set us up in this. They set us up.
Okay, nice.
On the table.
Liquor and stuff.
And some guy was arguing with the security guard. And we said, man, they look at they arguing with that doggone security guard. I said, God dog it. Then so, we didn't pay no more attention. The next thing you know, we heard pop, 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 pop. Pop. Gunshot, man, everybody took out. Cedric had a bodyguard. DL had a bodyguard. I didn't have no bodyguard.
Hell no.
I read out.
Yeah,
and I saw some girls in a car. I said, can I ride with y'all?
Wow.
And then so I was in the hotel lobby. And then Cedric and DL was talking, where's Shuck? Where's Shuck? I said, oh man, Shuck might have got shot. Nigga, when they came in, I was in the hotel.
Wait for them. Right.
Waiting on
I heard
their
that story. All right, last question. Your legacy. How would you want to be known? Just think about how you, if you're not here today, what would you say your contribution to comedy or how you feel about it? It's not a bragging thing. It's just what you feel about yourself to be seen. What would you like to people to think about you when they think about your comedy? Let's go with Hamburger first.
Just clean, and my goal is to be the world's funniest comic. That's why I'm trying to find those writers to get a set that tops Chappelle and Rocks.
Okay. That's what you want to be known? Okay, what about you, Jemmerio?
Funny, happy.
Funny, happy. You spread the joy to everybody.
Funny and happy.
Funny, happy. All right, what about you, Shuck?
No, I just he did it. He did what he wanted to do. He did it.
And he gets tides and what's it again? What's the shit you do again? Tides.
That's right.
Rent.
Rent, tides, and all.
There you go, man. You leave with that, man. Look, brothers, I appreciate y'all coming, man.
Thank you,
man. It really was great, man. This is like Mount Rushmore of comedy or Def Comedy. No bullshit, man. Okay, Mount Rushmore to me. Okay. They're different. Not the Mount Rushmore you think. I'm talking about the one in Compton and shit. Right? I built that with some dirt. No, man. But I appreciate y'all coming, brother. Y'all legacy, man. People love you, man. Hey, show the love in the comments for these brothers right here, man. They came through. They still doing anything at a high level. Check them out when you see them on the road. We're going to leave all their social media handles on the bottom of this situation right here. Thank y'all for watching Pierre's Panic Room again. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe. And we're going to keep doing this every week. Thank you very much. And I appreciate y'all, brothers, for coming out, man. Give them a round of applause for coming through, y'all. Shuckey Duckey, quack, quack, Jemmerio, and Hamburger. If you like that show, like, subscribe, and comment below. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button, man. We want you around. Appreciate it.